Hey guys, it's me. Happy Sunday. Today is not only mine and John's 22nd anniversary, today is my 12th anniversary on YouTube. I am an OG. I think when I started, I know it was like Lorraine, Lollipop 26, Makeup by Tiffany D, Makeup Geek. I think Marnie started a little bit after me, but like I said, I just started on a whim and I have never looked back. It has been one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. Here's John. He's coming back in the front door. Hold on. There he goes. He's going to the gym and Walmart. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. So as I was saying, all the ups and downs, all of the crying and stress and everything else, I have really enjoyed it, and this has been just such a big part of my life, and I appreciate you guys so much. There are some of you that have been here with me since the beginning, and oh my goodness, you have seen some bad hair, some bad makeup, some bad style, some bad home decor. You have seen it all. Thank you for staying with me. Yesterday I just happened to watch the Fashion Mumbler. I'm trying to think, Josie, I believe is her name. And she's been on here a long time too. I think she started a lot of girls like In the Fro, and I think even Lollipop 26. I think a lot of those girls started their blogs first. I've never had like a blog. I've always thought about it, and that might be something I do in the future because I think I would like that. But anyway, so she was saying the title of her video was she didn't want to be an influencer anymore. When I watched her video, it just hit home so much with me, because what she was saying is sometimes there are just a few influencers that can give us a bad name and make others feel like people like me that started, when I started this, I started just because of my pure passion for talking with other girls about makeup and clothes, and just in general the love of being a girl, the love of being a woman. I mean, and everything that it encompasses. I mean, children, you know, just everything. And that has always been in me since I have been a child. I can tell you just outfits from when I was 3 years old. I mean, I can just remember so many things, so many different pairs of shoes. You guys know how it is. That's just something I wanted to talk to you guys about just a little bit. And then I thought what we would do, I've pulled out some makeup and products that I have used. I still have them, and I used them before I even started YouTube. So I felt like that kind of tells you how much I love these things, and it kind of just tells you about some good products. If they're still around, they must be some good products. And then there's a few things that aren't still around that I'll tell you too. But what I wanted to just tell you about her video is, I agree. I think that so many people start this and they think, oh, I'm going to make all this money, I'm going to travel to all these places. I have never really wanted to be that type, and I don't know that I ever could have, because I started this later in my life, and I don't know, I think that to be 50 years old on YouTube is already, you know, it's harder to get views. It's kind of like I always say, it's like going to the high school and trying to sell wrinkle cream. There are just so many more younger people on YouTube. It's harder for us to get subscribers. You know, a lot of my viewers don't subscribe. I don't know why. Please subscribe, because what that does is we don't make any money off of subscribers, but the more subscribers you have, it's kind of like the more you get noticed, the more brands notice you, the more people know. It's kind of like street cred, you know what I mean? It really helps you in the YouTube algorithm, and I don't know a lot about that stuff. I've never really paid much attention. I mean, the first year I went to Reward Style, I remember someone telling me that I got good views for the amount of subscribers that I have, and I had never ever paid attention really to my views. I didn't even know what they were talking about. So I really did not even take this as a job or a profession or a career until the last, I don't know, I would say 5 years or so. Who knows if I would have, you know, gotten any further, but I don't think I would have done it any other way, because I feel like I have matured so much here with you guys. And still to this day, I don't have any, you know, ulterior motives. I show you what I like, whether I can link it, whether I can sell it, whether, I mean, I just show you exactly what I like. And a lot of times that gets me in trouble, because really, to become more popular, what you have to do is find out what others want to see, and that's what you show. And sometimes I'm not good at that. Sometimes I show things that I love, like it might be a new bag or a new watch, and it's just not appreciated, and I pay the price for it. It's worth doing because I'm genuine, and when you are genuine, you're not liked by all, and you have ups and downs, but in the end, you feel proud of what you've done. I've never really called myself an influencer. I need to redo my Instagram. I never know what to put on there because I've just never considered myself a blogger, an influencer. I'm just someone who loves being a girl, loves being a woman, and wants to share that with you. So thank you so much for being here with me, and those that have been here with me the whole time, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I have on a few of the products, including the lips, and I'll start with that one. I found my YSL number 7 lingerie pink in all of its glory. The bad thing is it's not even, oh gosh, it doesn't even smell bad. This is the YSL. This is the one that Lorraine, the current custom, made so popular. And I can't remember if I purchased this before or after I first started YouTube. But I found it, and so I have it on today with something else that I have been wearing since before YouTube, I know. And I rolled it up and I cannot get it to go back down. So I'm hoping that I will not smush it too bad. Lancome Ideal, Bronzelle, and Natural Mauve. I've been wearing all of these since way before YouTube, probably since my 20s. Still my favorite. Dior lip glosses. I think the first Dior lip gloss I got, I read in a magazine. It was when Jenny from the Block, J-Lo, was just hot. I think she was dating Ben Affleck at the time, and I found in a magazine what lip gloss she was wearing, and it was Dior, and I believe it was called Trench Coat or Trench Beige or something like that. And I got it, and I don't still have it, but I have several nudes that I like. This one looks really pretty. It's a light pink. It's called Dior So Light. Let's put a little bit of this on. And ooh, oh, this is one of those balmy ones. So let's see, I'm gonna use the camera. Boy, it smells good. I have always loved these like nudie light colors. My favorite, all-time favorite lipstick from my 20s was called Chanel Bisque. And I don't know if it was a limited edition or what, but I went through tubes and tubes of Chanel Bisque, and my favorite lip liner was Chanel Nude. I know I still have a Chanel Nude around here somewhere. I looked for it this morning. I couldn't find it. When we moved, my makeup kind of got shifted. I have some in there, I have some in there, and then I still have some downstairs in my closet. So I couldn't find it, but Chanel Nude has always been one of my favorites. But that was in the 90s, and it's not a nude like you think now. It is a nude like, it's almost like a dark rosy color. And I would wear that with that Bisque lipstick, which was kind of like a shimmery concealer color. And it was the best 90s lip ever. I was married to my previous husband, and we hung out with a lot of the couples, and I can remember all of the wives getting that color, and they loved it. So that's just another thing. Chanel Glossomers, I can remember, I think my first one I ever got was maybe Twinkle. I think that was a really popular one. This is one that I just grabbed. It's one of the latest ones. And 818. Lancome Bifacil. A lot of Lancome products, I would say. This, I just opened a new one. I finished the other one I was using. Tried and true. I think it's better than Neutrogena. I do like the Chanel, but if I had to pick one just for the rest of my life, it would be this one. OPI. All the times Brooke and I would go to the mall, and I would put a pretty dress on her, and it would usually be on Fridays. That's how my Friday haul got started. And I would put a pretty dress on her, get dressed up and we would go to the mall in her stroller. We would get Chick-fil-A nuggets. And I remember we'd sit down and I would, you know, like have to pull apart the nuggets and put them on our little stroller, and she would tear them up. We would go to Trade Secret because they were the only ones, and then JCPenney's in their hair, like their beauty salon department, they started carrying it too. But we would go and look at the OPI nail polish. That's where I would buy, you know, just one bottle or two. And they would come out with like the new collections and stuff like that. So this is Bubble Bath. I think Strawberry Margarita, Bubble Bath, oh, Cajun Shrimp. What is the other one? There's a hot pink one I used to wear. It's not La Positively Hot. Oh, if I can think about it, I'll put it down there, but it's still one of the classics. Back at that time, I didn't wear Lincoln Park After Dark yet, but I did get, when Chanel Vamp, when that came out, I got the lip liner. I got everything in that collection, so I do remember that. Bobbi Brown. When we got the Bobbi Brown counter, oh my gosh, my friend Kim and I, we were getting makeovers. We would wheel our babies right up there and get our makeovers and everything. And this is a product I have purchased many, many, many times. It is a great product, and it is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Face Base. Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Oh, it smells so good. It is a very luxe, creamy balm. It makes my skin feel very similar to the way my City Beauty does, but without the, I don't know, I feel like the City Beauty gives me a little bit more firm feeling, but it's still that luxe cream, kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. It's a good one. If you have not tried this, you owe it to yourself just to try it, just because it's good and it's a classic. Another good classic, and I couldn't find it, I think I gave mine to Brooke, is the Kiehl's Avocado Eye Cream. I remember reading that's what Kim Kardashian used, and I tried it, and it's something that I just believe in. It's really thick. You have to kind of like dip your finger in it and just tap it and then let it kind of melt into your skin, and then you can rub it in a little bit more. Sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I just tap it and go because it's going to absorb. But that is a great product too that I used to use. MAC. Right when I got into YouTube, that is when I discovered MAC. I had never really, I think I'd heard of like MAC Spice, and I think I had ordered, like in magazines, I would read what people were wearing on the cover. And I think I had ordered maybe a few things of MAC and Bobbi Brown. I remember reading Faith Hill wore Bobbi Brown lipstick in Berry, and I loved Faith Hill at the time. Before I knew Will was going to be a boy, if we were having a girl, Faith was one of my names. I remember getting that, but then when the MAC rage started, oh my gosh, do you remember that? It was the best. We all had our MAC palettes. We didn't have a MAC counter here, and my friend Kim and I would go to Myrtle Beach. We'd go get makeovers. We would buy as much as our husbands would let us, and then we would come home and then we would depot them together. Do you guys remember all that? So this has been one of my favorite products. This, and let me get one more thing I used today. Hold on. I had thrown it in my drawer, but the MAC MSF Mineralized Skin Finish. I have used, I don't know how many of these. Lots and lots and lots, and it's still such a good product. This is the medium dark. If you like the Laura Mercier Classic Beige, this is warmer, but it's a good, I hate to say a dupe because nothing will ever beat our Laura Mercier mineral powder. I don't know why in the world someone would discontinue a product that was loved by everyone. But anyway, if you haven't tried a MAC MSF, it's a good thing to try. And this is the good old Gold Deposit bronzer with shimmer. If you ever just want some just bronzy goodness, this, you can't go overboard yet. You can go overboard with it, but try not to, because it's very, very bronzy, but it's very unique. I love it. I remember, you know, like the Soft and Gentle, and one of my first favorite MAC eyeshadows was probably Wedge. I still love it to this day. Chanel blushes. I have always loved Chanel blushes, and this is one of my favorites. It's Rose Bronze. I've got it on today. This is my second or third one. I would hit pan on these. Tempting Beige, I think, was my first one that I got. And then I found this. This is actually a little eyeshadow I bought. I can remember the whole day. I went to the mall with the kids and I purchased this eyeshadow duo. Very classic to what I would have worn back then. I've got it on today. And we went to Airlie Gardens, which is like a big, I don't know it's a big place here that they put on events, and it's just a big, like people get married there. It's just a beautiful area of land that has different events and stuff. And at Christmas time, they have like a Christmas tour. And in the front of it, they have a whole house room set up with trains, and Will loved, of course, Thomas the Train and trains when he was little. So we went on that Christmas tour that night, and I have a picture, I'll never be able to find it, but a picture outside holding him, and you can see this purple in my crease and that nude lip liner, and I don't know what lipstick I was wearing. I quit making the Chanel Bisque. I found the Bonnie Bell Vanilla Swirl, and that was my replacement, which wasn't as good, but if anybody remembers Bonnie Bell Vanilla Swirl, that was a good one. Lancome Juicy Tubes. I mean, everybody has loved Lancome Juicy Tubes. The mascara, Definicils. I don't know how many Definicil mascaras I have tried or I have gone through. And CoverGirl Lash Blast. Definitely, without a doubt. Now, my favorite was the Max Factor. Had a really good mascara, and Max Factor also had some lipsticks that I loved. And then a lot of the makeup I used before, like right before I discovered YouTube. Laura, what is her name? Panacea, Lauren Luke. She was the first person I ever saw. But before that, I used a lot of Mary Kay because I had a lot of girlfriends that sold Mary Kay. I remember using their foundation. It was like a cream foundation in a compact. I used a lot of the eyeshadows. I don't remember using a lot of the lip liners, but I do remember lip glosses and lipsticks and her brushes, the Mary Kay brushes. I pulled out, and I used this today. This is the NARS Laguna, but this is like a special edition. But NARS Laguna, I used that way, way back. I pulled this out. They don't make this anymore, and I used it today, and it is so dry. I doubt I'm going to be able to use this anymore. And it's not available. It's called Blitz and Glitz. You probably remember me talking about it, but it's kind of like an off black, and it has little sparkles in it. And that, I think this was my very first MAC eyeliner, my very first gel liner from a makeover that I had. And then, I've got this on today too with that Chanel, because when you know better, you do better. And now I know you don't just go straight in with the dark color. You've got to put down a base blending color down too. And I think that's all I've got here, but I could go on and on. I mean, the Barbie collection, oh my goodness. I think right when I started YouTube was the Hello Kitty collection. And every time John took me to the outlet mall, or we would go to Myrtle Beach, we would do all the touristy things, you know, take the kids everywhere, and then we would go to the outlet mall. And usually it would be at the end of the summer, so we would get a lot of the kids' clothes and stuff, and we would go to the CCO, and that was so much fun. I even met some of you guys there at the CCO. So I hope you enjoyed this little walk down memory lane. I hope that you know how much you are appreciated and loved by me. You're part of my life. I think of you guys all the time. And I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day. Let me turn this down a little bit. I got on a blazer that I think, I got this last year, either last year or the year before at H&M in the men's department. Then I've got on a vest that I got from Zara. It's a little different than the ones I showed you guys. I actually got another order in yesterday, or might have even been Friday. And I decided just to put it on under this. And then these jeans are new. They're from Bloomingdale's, but I have a black pair that are like this that I got from Oliver. So I knew these would fit. I saw them on Bloomingdale's, and they fit so good. Very rarely do the knee holes ever really fit at my knees. So that's awesome. And these, just for the fun of it, these are my shoes from when I was, I would say, 25 years old. and I used to wear these all the time. I thought they were such high heels, and I wore them to work, I wore them out, and so I thought I would just wear them today just for something fun and different. Let's see, nail polishes, bubble bath, earrings. I have on these little hoops from Jenny Bird, and then the J. Crew necklace, and my watch that you guys have seen, and that is it. And I was just thinking of fragrances that I used to wear before YouTube. Juicy Couture. Juicy Couture. The new one, the oldest one, the Viva La Juicy, I loved it. That was one of my favorites. New West, favorite fragrance of all times. There will never be another like New West. What else? Seems like they're Alfred Song. I wore that in my 20s. You know, the classics. But New West is my favorite fragrance of all times. I would say I really love the Arizona. I don't know if they make that anymore, but Arizona gives me the New West type vibes. Or even that, the latest one from, one of the latest ones that I've told you guys. Anyway, I'll put it down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.